What's up guys, Robert Optimal Bodies. Cold one today, but just had a thought, try and make it quick. Why is bread so addictive? I always find when people start a diet, they're on the right lines because they initially think like, right, they know that's probably something they should cut out the bread. And I think knowing why will help people stick to it and not fall back onto it, because there's so many people that yo-yo diet, and so many people that even start a diet with me, they do well, 12, 16 weeks, and then you bump into them 6 months later, a year later, and they've gained weight, sometimes even more than when they started, and you speak to them and they're back just eating normal food, and bread seems to be part of it. So what is going on with this, and why should we probably not be consuming it? So I think the main one is gluten. Everyone's heard of gluten. So there's a protein called gluten, and part of that is gliadinin. So you get these gluteomorphins, basically. So gluten is basically broken down into these opioid-like peptides. So what does that mean? So unfortunately, it's something that binds to the opioid receptors in your brain, and straight away that is the same thing that happens with like heroin and stuff. Obviously, it's not heroin. I'm not saying it's crack or anything like that, but it breaks down into an addictive substance and binds to these opioid receptors, so these gluteomorphins. So that's why you get so much pleasure eating bread. Another reason is usually when carbs and fat are combined, you get this like dopamine response, this pleasure, this more feeling, and that's why it doesn't really satisfy you, it just makes you hungrier in a way. So I think it's like twofold, there's things going on. So there's addictive nature of these gluteomorphins binding to the opioid receptors, and then also carbs and fat together are shown to stimulate this dopamine pathway more than just protein and fat or just carbs on its own. So if you look at a lot of processed food, it's all a perfect mixture of carbs and fat together. It's like that bliss point. So you look at like a donut, carbs and fat, fries, chips, potato, fried in fat, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of bread has rapeseed oil in it, or sunflower oil. So they're adding fat to it. And then also, if you look at nutritionally, a lot of times it's fortified with like vitamins or like niacin and certain B vitamins and iron. And you think, why do they have to add that to it? If it's good for you, it should be in its perfect form, single ingredients food. So because they have to add all these ingredients, they're having to make up for the nutrient depletion. Okay, so again, it's not an essential nutrient. They're having to add vitamins and minerals. It can be addictive in at least two different ways. Yeah, it's delicious, but if you're struggling, you're still having bread, could be a little tip to cut it out. Okay, have a good one, guys. Cheers. Please like, share, comment. You know what to do.